Welcome one and all to the Cinegeeks Podcast, where movies, TV, and all things geek collide. I'm your host, Roy, still joined by my lovely co-host, Angela.
Welcome 2024!
Yes, we've been gone for a long time. And we're so happy to be back. Malamang a lot of our Cinegeek listeners are wondering why we've been gone for so long.
Yes. We have been quite busy.
Yes, we are gonna be touching on that in a moment. Pero of course, before we continue with anything else, please don't forget to follow us on our social media pages. We are on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, on Threads. We are also on Twitter, formerly known as Twitter. Tama?
Yes, that's right.
Ano pa bang meron natin iba?
Well, we have our website.
We also have our website. Yes, www.cinegeekspod.com. Yes. So, if you want to know our thoughts about the movies that didn't quite make the podcast, nire-release namin yung aming mga write-ups across our socials and of course on our website as well.
And another announcement, we just recently started our TikTok account.
Yes, as mentioned earlier, we also have a TikTok, tama? So, you can also follow at Cinegeekspod. Meron tayo ng mga visual na mga Cinegeek content.
May mga face reveal doon.
Oo. And also, nag-cover tayo ng premiere ng Road Trip starring
the 90s, icons. Sila Jolly de Belen, Janice de Belen, Carmina Villaruel,
yes,
and Candy Pangilinan.
Candy Pangilinan.
By the way, this is Candy Pangilinan's screenplay debut.
Yes, yan. So if you want to see us covering the red carpet premiere of Road Trip, you can go over to our TikTok. Again, on all our socials, it's actually at Cinegeekspod.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. Yep. All right. So, I'm pretty sure we all know kung ba't kayo nag-click dito sa episode na to. Pretty much awaited na episode. Actually, namin nang kumakalampag sa gate namin. Oh, yasa na yung episode nyo bago. Nagano na tayo.
Pero kasi, di ba, extended naman kasi twice yung MMFF.
Actually, if I'm being generous, third time na ng extension to kasi ang daming mga in cinemas pa rin eh. Di ba?
Actually, oo. Kaya, hinintay din natin na matapos muna yung run ng MMFF bago tayo gumawa ng episode.
That is true.
To nicely wrap it up, di ba?
True. Kasi I'm pretty sure na starting next week, medyo magwa-wind down na din. Yung MMFF proper. No? And I'm pretty sure that everyone listening here, all of our Cinegeek friends, you want siguro a way to parang process what you've seen, what you've watched. We hope na our mini discussions of the movies for this episode will help you unpack what you've watched.
Nakatuwa nga kasi parang this is first MMFF of its kind na talagang may clamor yung mga tao na i-extend.
Diba?
Usually, if I remember correctly, yung MMFF, parang inaabangan nila laging matapos kasi merong inaabangang international blockbuster.
That is true.
Diba? Especially nung nandyan pa yung mga December Avatar, mga Marvel December release, diba?
Oo.
Tsaka yung mga superhero movies. Ayan, Star Wars. Diba?
Yes.
December yan usually nire-release pero nalilate dahil may MMFF. So, we have to give way for MMFF muna.
That is true, yes.
And one movie of note that I remember was yung Spider-Man.
No Way Home?
Yun yung na-delay because of MMFF. And many Marvel fans were, please release it now, yung Spider-Man. Pero ngayon, nag-change ng tune yung mga movie fans. Because,
ang ihip ng hangin
diba?
bigla.
And I haven't seen this kind of clamor before for a film festival na Filipino.
Well, in our lucid lifetime, I guess. Siguro nung bago pa tayo pinanganak may mga MMFF naman na bangers lahat nung pinalabas. Pero in our movie-going lifetime, ito pa lang yung first na everyone, almost everyone, is a certified hit talaga.
Oo. Due to insistent public demand, right? Tapos, isa pa pala, headline just today, na nasurpass na ng Rewind, yung record for the highest grossing Filipino film of all time.
Yes. One of the movies we'll be talking about, of course, is the Ding Dong Dantes and Marian Rivera vehicle, Rewind. Yun nga.
It earned 845 million pesos.
And counting.
And counting kasi nag-run pa rin siya ngayon.
And nag-run na siya worldwide na.
Oo.
Tapos magbubukas pa siya sa magkakaroon ng Manila International Film Festival in LA.
That's right.
On the 29th to January 29th to February 2nd.
So that's 5 days.
Yes. One whole week. 10 movies in 5 days.
Yeah.
2 movies a day. Or as people in Los Angeles call it, breakfast. Yan. Kayang-kaya nila yan. Pero, yeah, we're so excited to finally get to this episode kasi we can finally unpack. Actually, kaya tayo din eh. Kailangan natin to na we can talk about this and we can finally discuss, not in length like yung we've been used to. Kasi we're gonna try to fit this all in one episode, hopefully.
Yes.
Pero, iba kasi yung kapag yung write-ups yung ginagawa natin, dun sa talagang naihihimay natin siya ng konti eh.
Oo, pero we can't do deep dives na katulad ng mga previous episodes natin.
Just to set everyone's expectation here, we're just gonna be going over the movies themselves. Siguro in not really surface level manner. Siguro,
mas free-flowing lang siguro.
Mas mabilisan lang tong usap natin today. And also, if there is a specific movie that you want to listen to, yung our thoughts directly, we are going to be including timestamps in the episode notes.
Yes.
You can see that on the Spotify episode notes as well as Apple Podcast notes din.
Yeah. I'll put it in all naman.
Yes. So,
all podcast platforms that you listen to.
So if there's a specific movie, just click there. Diretso kayo dun sa specific part of this episode.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and start our 2023 Metro Manila Film Festival Look Back episode. All right. So, first up on our list is a movie that siguro pwede nating sabihin na we thought initially was gonna be a sleeper hit. Kasing, may pedigree ba in terms of acting eh. This stars si Christian Bables. One of
Suki siya sa MMFF.
Yes.
At saka sa mga film festivals in general. Tsaka ilang beses
siyang nag-best actor. And talagang kapag siya yung kinuha na bida, you know that you're in for a good time in the movies.
And this movie is?
And this movie is Broken Hearts Trip. Yes. And siguro pahapyaw lang na summary nito.
Okay.
Yung character ni Christian Bables, one day, decides to hold a reality TV show ala Drag Race. May ganung peg.
Meron.
And ang kanyang parang gustong gawin doon sa reality show niya is to invite LGBTQIA plus individuals who have had their hearts broken.
Yes.
And siguro help them rebuild their emotional lives along the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Para siyang ang theme talaga nung reality show niya is about healing their broken hearts.
Yes. Hence the name,
Broken Hearts Trip.
Yep.
Okay. And they go to these places, mga tourist spots in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And parang doon nila pinaprocess yung mga trauma nila.
Yes, that's right. Ako initially, I thought that this movie, medyo hindi ko naintindihan kung bakit ganun yung framing device na ginamit nila doon sa sine. Parang it didn't feel like a movie at all.
We were talking about this right after we saw it. Diba nga, you mentioned to me na para siyang collection of vignettes.
Oo.
Cut to cut ng mga backstory ng bawat character. Pero wala talagang narrative string that connects them.
Walang kwentong sine. Ganon. Kasi pwede ka naman maging ganon eh. Kasi may mga mockumentary na ganon yung peg. Parang interview, parang reality show yung peg. Pero makikita mo na halimbawa sa Spinal Tap. Yun, naalala mo yun.
Yes.
Para siyang in Spinal Tap, we follow a documentary team that covers a has-been rock band na nag-a-attempt mag-comeback. So yung Spinal Tap yun.
If you haven't seen it, that's an awesome movie.
You owe it to yourselves. Okay? The movie goes to 11. Pero yun, may kwento siya na parang it's about the pain of a has-been trying to regain their former glory. May ganun eh.
Oo.
May narrative through line siya ba?
Yes.
Ito, wala. Parang siyang isang feature-length na episode ng Drag Race Philippines.
Actually, sabi nga natin, di ba? Because you also watch Drag Race with me.
Yeah, of course. And the Drag Geeks. Shout out to the Drag Geeks.
Yes, Norman, Mason, and Jello. Alam mo yung format nung reality show na yon, na merong competition and then merong backstories about the contestants and then yung competition proper, tapos may untucked.
Yes, yung behind the scenes parang companion show niya.
Oo,
ganun.
Akala ko magiging ganun siya kasi na-establish na yung parang emotional weight ng bawat character, yung kanilang mga backstories, di ba? Pero parang nakulangan ako kasi ando na sana yung potential. I mean, this movie had heart.
Oo.
The story had these characters na it's easy to root for them. It's easy to get behind them and their characters and
yung
their
mga plight nila.
Yes. Pero alam mo yung nag-stop doon eh. Kasi hindi sila binigyan ng tamang resolution.
True. Tsaka ito pa eh. Ito may may pagka-schizo kasi tong scene na to eh. That's the best term that's the most parang PC term I can use.
Or ADHD siguro.
Hindi, kasi kung ADHD siya, parang siyang, pwede maging ganun yung scene na cut. Ito kasi, I say na para schizo yung scene kasi the first, 2/3 of the movie, andun tayo sa framing device nung parang tayong nanonood ng reality show sa sinehan. Yung ganun.
Parang magkakakabit na episode.
Parang dalawang episode ng Drag Race na magkatabi tas may mga untucked sa gitna na ang weird. Meron tayong protagonist sana eh. Susundan ko na sana yung ganong gimmick niya eh.
Yeah.
In a way nga, di ba sinasabi ko sa'yo na parang, you know what? Strangely, I don't hate this. As much as I should be hating it. Kasi meron siyang quaintness to it. Yung chutzpah niya, yung tapang niyang i-release na ganun yung kwento niya, quote-unquote.
It's very unpredictable and napaka-unconventional.
Oo, yun. Unconventional. Yes, that's the term I'm looking for. Ang problema, pagdating dun sa may 2/3 point ng sine, biglang nag-decide siyang, ay, sine pala ako.
Suddenly, meron biglang...
May kwento pala bigla.
Oo.
Meron palang dahilan kung bakit may game show. Na sana, and ito, discuss din natin to right after we saw it, kung magiging scene siya, sana ang ginawa nila, yung scene na yon that happens 2/3 the way, nilagay nila sa simula. Or at least
hinted siya.
At least an allusion to it.
Kumbaga merong scenes in front of the camera, may scenes behind.
Yes.
Kasi we just got shocked dun sa dulo na biglang, oh wait, is this part of the show? Is this part of the reality show?
Oo. At saka yung biglang nag-decide siyang maging sine.
Oo.
Yung gabi yung tone shift niya.
Bigla niya na lang dinrap sa atin yung scene na yun nang walang context.
Oo.
So akala ko, is this happening right now? In the middle, yung dumating yung partner ni Christian Bables.
Yung flashback about Christian Bables' partner.
Yes. So medyo nakaka-disorient yung bigla na lang niyang dinrap yung ganong element nung story.
Kaya, true. And ito siguro, sabihin ko na lang na siguro forgivable sin siya, sana, kung ganun lang yung parang naging kwento na, okay, so the whole trip, by the way, since the MMFF is gonna be over soon,
it's over now.
Full spoilers for this discussion, okay? So, essentially, ang nangyari doon sa 2/3 point na yon, nalaman natin na itong Broken Hearts Trip game show, ginawa ng character ni Christian Bables as a tribute to his partner na dapat magkakasama sila, lagimang bansa, tapos nung babalikan na siya para magkasama na sila, namatay sa isang plane crash.
Actually, yung mismong programming nung reality show, lahat ng pinupuntahan nilang lugar, yun dapat yung pupuntahan nilang dalawa. So,
ang problema nga, namatay yung kanyang partner in a plane crash na nadidinig niya. Tinawagan siya right before the plane crashes.
Yeah.
Yun siya sabi ko na, sobrang jarring nung tone shift niya bigla na parang, hala, nagtatawanan lang tayo kanina, be. Ba't bigla sobrang seryoso natin?
Napabe ka tuloy.
Napabe ako. Di ba yung gano'n na, ha?
Kakagulat ka, be?
Oo, yung, ha?
Shock ako, be.
Nakakashock siya talaga kasi parang, wait.
Yeah, I was taken aback as well.
Yung nag-i-enjoy, ito sige, we respect the creators if that is really what they want shown on screen. We respect them and their masochism in putting their hearts out for everyone to see. Pero kasi parang, isipin mo na, nag-i-enjoy lang tayo kanina, di ba? Bakit biglang may KJ naman biglang ganun na part?
Tsaka walang trigger warning.
Walang trigger. Oo, wala man lang, walang hint na we're getting to that.
You need to set the tone if you're gonna drop that.
Oo.
Diba?
May sinabi ka sa akin na sana meron man lang siyang parang set up somewhat sa simula na may papakinggan siyang phone call.
Or meron siyang tinitingnan ng mga pictures or parang notebook na itinerary.
Or at least parang voicemail na parang, uy, pabalik na ako, ganyan. So para siyang may nagre-remind sa kanya.
Or kahit at least man lang hinted na he did this, he produced this, and he did the programming of this reality show. And brainchild niya yon. Tapos may reason kung bakit. Pero hindi niya muna sasabihin sa umpisa. Tapos i-reveal niya sa dulo. Parang ganon.
Kasi yung pagkaka-introduce sa kanila dun sa una, and sorry including a wasted performance or wasted presence by Jacqueline Jose. Na
parang American Idol auditions.
Direkta host na sila agad. Walang allusion na binuo niya. Na brainchild niya. Tama ka eh. Yung game show na to. Diba? So, yun. And aside from that, siguro i-point on ko lang din. And meron siyang mga parts na felt really icky. So, yung two things na yun. One is, may isang plotline involving a contestant na ang nickname natin is si Jello. Kasi kamukha ni Jello siya.
Hi, Jello.
Hi, Jello. Tapos, it involves him and a foreigner na ex-boyfriend niya. Tapos, parang isa dun sa mga test niya, kung babalikan ba niya yung kanyang afam o hindi.
I don't really understand how they healed their broken hearts there.
Exactly.
Kasi parang they just slotted back in dun sa dati nilang buhay.
Hindi naman niya binalikan. Pero ang ayoko lang dun, para siyang yung, di ba, ito nga yung nag-break ng heart mo. Bakit ang ginagawa nung team, quote-unquote, nila Christian Bables, pinipilit niyang bumalik yung dalawa.
Pero ayun nga in-address din naman nung movie how manipulative reality shows are. Pero, alam mo yon, parang kung ginagawa niya pala to for a reason and as a tribute to his dead partner.
And why do that?
Bakit ganun, diba?
Medyo disrespectful.
At saka inconsistent.
Oo.
If this is about his healing, yung character ni Christian Bables, then why go through all yung sleazy practices ng reality shows na minamanipulate nila yung contestants nila for a good and juicy story.
True. At saka ito pa yung second na lang before we wrap up on Broken Hearts Trip. Yung plotline naman nung character ni Andoy Ranay.
Wala rin siyang resolution.
Wala
siyang natutunan.
Na, tinanggal siya dun sa show kasi he had sex with the minor, supposedly. Tapos, at actually yung part nga na yun, medyo parang okay. That's applaud. Sige, applause tayo dun. Okay, good. Tapos, eventually, dun sa may bandang gitna, biglang sasabihin na, ay, hindi pala minor siya. And Andoy Ranay's character, you're back in the game. Ako pala what?
Oo nga eh.
Ganun na lang yung resolution nito. Wala siyang, sige, sabihin natin na parang, tawag nito, hindi nga niya gumawa ng mali. Hindi siya gumawa ng mali. Pero yung, the idea of it, na, para siyang, brush it off na lang. Sweep under the rug. It had this uniqueness working for it. But then it decided to be a movie, and then everything fell apart.
At least consistent siya sa mga totoong reality shows. But, na ganun din talaga ka-sleazy.
Yung problema kasi nga, hindi siya reality show. It's a movie. You're supposed to be a movie. True. There are other movies that came out recently that would kill to be in its place.
True. I agree.
Okay? Sorry pero in my own opinion, this movie was the worst of this MMFF. Yun, talaga. Ikaw, any last thoughts about this?
Yeah. It had a unique framing device.
Sana, oo.
I wish it went the mockumentary way.
Na lang. True.
Oo, kung gusto niyang parang Abbott Elementary or The Office, ganun. Or at least, kung parang documentary type ka or mockumentary, watch documentary now.
Yeah.
Maganda yon.
Yes.
So, yeah, it's missed opportunity and sorry, pero there are better movies that could have been in that place.
Amen.
Anyway, that's it.
Okay. So, wrapping up, that's it for Broken Heart Strip.
Yes.
Okay. Let's now move on to our next film, dun sa 10, and that is Penduko. Okay, from Viva Films.
Okay.
So, real quick, this is about the classic Pinoy comic book character Pedro Penduko by Francisco Coching. And essentially, in-update siya for the 21st century.
Reboot,
if you will.
Kasi it has no connection whatsoever with the previous lore or existing movies.
So hindi siya
wala siyang connection
sa movies nung si Jano Gibbs, tsaka yung show nila ni Matt Evans.
Yeah.
At tsaka yung may isa pa, yung mas lolong-lolo pa na sine. So, ikaw, let's start with you. What did you think of Penduko?
Actually, it started really well. Alam mo, natutuwa ako kasi para siyang coming of age. Merong parang school setting. So, it reminded me so much of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And yung mga Sky High and Percy Jackson, yung may mga abilities na mga kids. And they all go to this mysterious school. Tapos may mga sobrang cool na mga professors. They learn all these mga tricks and mga skills para dun sa mga powers nila. Ang ganda sana kasi meron na rin silang nilagay na parang Malfoy character. 'Di ba? Tapos actually ang pinaka maganda ngang pwedeng compare dun sa character yung characterization ni Matteo Guidicelli as Penduko, para siyang si Taron Egerton sa Kingsman.
True. Yan.
So, ganun siya. He is a reluctant hero, so to speak. And rough on the edges siya. Hindi siya goody-goody. He's not, the traditional protagonist na ifa-follow natin na sobrang bait and sobrang virtuous and role model. Kumbaga, marami pa siyang dapat ayusin sa sarili niya.
Pero what did you like or not like about the movie?
I like nga how it started. I like the school setting and I wish it stayed there.
True.
Kasi after that, parang andun na interesting na yung kwento. And then, nung nagkaroon na ng stories about dun sa parang Black Ops nila, dun na ako medyo parang they're making this so complicated for an origin story. If
true.
they wanted a reboot, dapat it's an origin story muna. Kasi introduce us to Penduko first.
Exactly.
If he's a flawed character, then show it. 'Di ba? Kung basagulero siya, nakikipag-away siya, okay, nakikita natin 'yun. Pero ano yung hero's journey niya? How does he go up from this, 'di ba?
True.
Paano siya magi-improve, paano siya magbabago? Yun nga what I didn't like about this movie is parang tinry niyang maging A New Hope, yung Empire Strikes Back.
Agad.
It tried to be so subversive to the point na sobra nang hindi nagme-make sense. And why? You're just introducing us to this character.
True.
If you're, 'di ba, we all know a little bit about Penduko over the years.
Oo.
And kung ito, i-reinvent mo siya, pakilala mo muna.
True. Oh.
We want to know him first.
Oo.
I mean, marami nagsasabi, yung iba, ginajudge nila kasi miscast daw si Matteo Guidicelli. I don't think so.
Well, that's another discussion for another day.
He could have done a characterization na sakto sa acting niya or sa personality niya.
True.
'Di ba?
Ito pa, isa pang pwedeng comparison mo doon sa characterization ni Pedro Penduko sa movie na to is Naruto.
Diba?
Like, exactly kung gaano siya ka OA na hyperactive na hindi maintindihan. Tapos meron siyang, down to the catchphrase. Meron siyang catchphrase na, yung, astig!
Dati ba yun?
Dati ba yun? Parang ganun. Diba?
Tama.
Ako, I totally agree with everything you said.
Mm-hmm.
Na yun nga it tried to be 2 movies in one na hindi na nag-make sense yung characterization niya. Even yung characterization ng main character mismo ni Pedro makes absolutely zero sense. Kasi rough on the edges siyang, street urchin ba? Yung kanyang introduction sa atin. Ang unang-unang kasama natin siya, gumagamit siya ng kanyang witchcraft powers para manalo sa Peria game. Yan. Tapos, bigla siyang inirecruit ng yung grupo ni Albert Martinez. Tapos, sasabihin sa kanya na, pwede tayo maging do-gooders dito. Tapos, pwede tayong kumita din ng pera. Ang problema, hindi pa nga natin na-address na barumbado tong si Pedro. Gawin niyo muna siyang good. Turn the character first. And then make him go to, tama ka, the hero's journey. Now, sabi mo na merong Malfoy character. Yung katulad, yung si Aaron Villaflor. Si Aaron Villaflor.
Yeah.
Yun. I'm sorry for butchering your name. Anyway, yung character niya was, a Malfoy character.
Yeah.
Na,
rival.
Eventually, nalaman natin na nirecruit pala siya nung shadow organization. Within this shadow organization, na pinapatakbo parehas ni...
Double shadow.
Even that.
Double negative.
Double negative na siya. So, yon. So, sana man lang, okay, ang naging first movie netong Penduko muna, ay yung...
Mini-boss ka muna.
Oo, yung Hating Gabi, at saka yung Takip Silim.
Yeah.
Yun ba yun? Sila muna yung paglabanin natin. Huwag muna natin i-reveal na boss nitong dalawang to, si Albert Martinez. Ang problema kasi nitong scene nito, gigil na gigil siyang mag-reveals. Just for the sake of reveals.
The Avengers.
Yun.
Hindi naman muna nila naka-showdown si Thanos, di ba?
True. Tignan mo nangyari kung bakit nung biglang si Kang yung kalaban. Ang pangit, di ba?
Oo. Ant-Man. Kasi siya kaagad yung nilabas niya.
Tapos, talo agad si Kang. Asan yung power ng villain mo? Wala.
Oo.
Your villain is a chump.
If the ants alone can overwhelm na kaagad si Kang dun sa dami ng ants.
Paano pa kaya yung multiverse na Avengers? Wala na talaga.
Diba?
Yun lang Ang nakaka-disappoint talaga tong scene na to. Kasi ako, na-appreciate ko yung kanyang attempt to modernize Filipino culture, mythology, yung witchcraft. Ang dami nga mga terms dun na dun ko lang din natutunan
Super Tagalog.
Diba? Yung manggagaway.
Oo.
Ano yung opposite nun?
Manggagamot
at manggagaway. Yung mga ganon na meron, hindi lang pala lahat mangkukulam or hindi pala negative ang mangkukulam. Yun yung...
Parang magic wielders sila. Ganon.
Yun yung parang witch or wizard.
Yeah.
Yun. Pero kung good ka, ikaw yung manggagamot.
Actually, yung witch and wizard, mas more siya sa gender Siguro wizard versus sorcerer.
Pwede. Sige. I would go with that more. Sige. Yung ganon na... and also yung Mind Palace battles.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was a cool concept. In concept. Yes. Cool siya.
Yun na nga parang yung umpisa talaga was the strongest part of the movie. Pero how I wish na yun muna yung dinevelop nila. They got too excited, I guess.
Oo, tapos ito nakakatawa dun. Parang, okay, sige, fine. You wanna end your movie in a twist? Go ahead. Pero to make the titular character the bad guy of your next movie.
Alam mo, nakakatawa kasi si Pedro dito sa movie na to started out bad and ending, he was worse.
That is true.
How do you get behind that kind of character?
So,
diba? Pero kasi marami namang anti-hero tayong gusto Pero kasi...
meron silang humanizing factor.
Tsaka character development for the better or for the worse, may nagbago sa pagkatao nila.
True. Ito, ang nagbago, meron, sige. Mas lumala siya.
From bad to worse.
Ito nakakatawa. Sige.
Wala siyang take away sa lahat ng nangyari sa kanya.
True.
And isa pa, sorry, pero talagang, anong point nung school?
Wala.
Anong point nung lahat ng pinagdaanan niya? Diba?
Just looks cool.
wala siyang natutunan. Ang daming nagpapaalala sa kanya, nagsasabi sa kanya ng mga wag gagawin, and yun yung ginawa niya. Yung mga bawal.
Oo, I mean, sa akin na nakaka-disappoint lang kasi this movie had such
potential.
A very, aside from potential, it had such a, como se dice, high pedigree. JP Laksamana. My God. Babagwa. Diba? Too Cool to Be Forgotten. Yung mga sining yun those are indie film classics. And siguro, with all due respect, Sir JP, what happened? Diba? What happened? Yun lang. I want to stop ragging on the film na.
I really wanted it to be good.
Ako din
I really
talaga.
wanted to like it.
The trailer was fantastic. Talaga.
And yun nga you could have started this cinematic universe that we all want. Diba? There's Darna. Wala pa siyang ibang mga ka-level na
Actually, nagpunta nga tayo dun sa media conference ng Penduko. We were invited by Viva Films.
That's what we asked. Yeah.
Na parang, is there a potential to, siguro, rights be damned na pwede magsama-sama tong mga icons of Filipino comics.
Yes.
And sinabi na parang, yung mga rights, ganyan. Tapos sabi ko nga na parang pwede din masana may potential nung Penduko multiverse kasi
there have been many Pendukos in the past.
Andyan si Matt Evans na parang ba't hindi sila pagsama-samahin to fight? Parang Spider-Man No Way Home, di ba?
Diba?
Yung ganun.
Oo, tama.
Pero lahat ng mga binanggit nating mga examples doon, meron silang step 1. This one tried to be step 1 and then step 100 in one movie.
Sadly. Well, it took a risk. Unfortunately did not pay off.
Yun na nga. Although, this does not mean na we are relegating JP to the doghouse. Hindi. We still are anxiously awaiting his next work. Pero, in terms of itong Penduko, sorry, this is not it.
It's not it. Yeah. So, I guess that's
that
our take
for Penduko.
On Penduko, yes.
Yes. So, moving on quickly to the next one. Kampon, we watched that as well. Actually, pinanood natin doon sa akala nating last day ng film festival.
Hindi pa na-extend yung unang beses na na-extend siya.
Tapos biglang, surprise! Extended tayo.
Ano yun January 6?
7. Linggo.
Oo, tama.
Dapat tas nilakbay pa natin papuntang SM North para lang.
Kasi konti na lang yung cinemas na nag-show ng Kampon at the time.
Kasi, yun ba yung dapat nanood tayo sa Gateway? Tapos, sobrang haba ng pila sa Gateway. Tapos, nakita natin, meron sa SM North. Takbo na lang tayo SM North.
Oo.
Yun.
Hindi, tama ba?
Kampon yun.
Sa SM North ba tayo dumiretso o sa MOA?
SM North. MOA yung yung Broken Hearts saka yung Tokyo.
Oo, tama.
Yun. Tumakbo tayo ng SM North para lang sa Kampon. Kasi akala natin na ito na yung last day. Tapusin na natin lahat ng 10 na to.
Tama.
Tapos biglang nung nagdi-dinner na tayo, later that night, extended.
Ng 3 days hanggang 10.
Hindi, hanggang 14 sinabi.
10 pa lang.
10 pa lang ba?
Oo.
Tapos biglang
hanggang 14 na.
Minutes later, biglang hanggang 14 na pala.
Basta yan
Joseph.
3 beses na-extend?
Na-extend. Kasi 7, hanggang 10, hanggang 14, tapos ngayon, extended siya ulit. Pero ito yung mas malinis na extension. Yung problema kasi nung unang extension, binigyan lang nila ng one movie house yung mga lahat ng sine. So may mga naitsapwera. Pero nakita ko na mas magandang ginagawa nila ngayon, one movie house for 2 movies. So 4 screenings, 2 each. Mas malinis yun. Diba?
Why haven't they thought of that before? Sana ganun na lang nung umpisa pa lang.
Exactly. After nung first week, nung nakita na nila na kung sino yung malakas.
Para at least, diba, hindi na tayo maalis sa sinehan.
At saka hindi, true. Parang Cinemalaya. Nakatira na naman tayo sa sinehan. Anyway, so that's the story of how hinabol namin yung Kampon. Sige, this movie is about a married couple, si Derek Ramsey and si Beauty Gonzalez, na matagal na silang nagtatry na mag-anak. Ang problema, either baog si Beauty or baog si Derek.
Si Derek yung baog.
Baog si Derek. Okay, so yun ang sinasabi sa simula.
Yes.
Ang problema, biglang may dumating na bata. Sabi daw niya, anak daw siya ni Derek.
And then the story begins.
And then the story and the horrors begin. Okay. Siguro, ang sa akin muna, what I really liked about it, or siguro what I don't like muna. Sige, what I don't like. What I don't like or hoped siguro that the movie could have worked on is yung kanyang focus. Sana naging singular na lang siya. And ang dami niya kasing things on its mind in terms of themes. Gusto niyang maging commentary about yung pag mga women are pressured into having children. Meron din siyang comment about married couples na intentionally hindi nag-aanak and how, society sees them. Tapos, meron ding short parang part doon na nagko-comment siya about infidelity. So, ang dami niya masyadong things that it wants to get off its chest. Na
True.
Ang problema, medyo namamodel yung horror na pinapakita niya dapat on screen. So, yun lang naman. Medyo, scatterbrained ba yung kanyang thematic content niya. Kasi ang dami niyang gustong sabihin.
True. Actually, I would have to disagree with you on that.
Sige.
Kasi I appreciated that it had parang meron siyang statement.
Don't get me wrong. I don't not like na may statement siya. Hindi. Ang sa akin lang is, ang dami niya masyadong statements, sabay-sabay.
True.
Na maguguluhan yung, kasi at the same time na nagko-comment siya about the pleasures of, women being mothers in society.
Yeah.
Meron din siyang comment about, bakit talaga bang kayo? Nagmi-miss out kayo sa joys of parenthood. Na itong si
parang may personally attacked.
Actually medyo medyo parang may
konting tinamaan ka.
Hindi naman tinamaan, medyo hits a bit close to home.
True.
Itong kwento na ito.
Yun naman yung na-appreciate ko kasi parang apart from just being a run-of-the-mill horror story, we just saw this movie, Raging Grace. Meron din siyang parang statement na gustong i-get across dun sa nanonood. It's not supposed to be just about the scares and yung supernatural element niya. Meron siyang societal and political take.
Oh, of course.
Na gustong iparating. Yeah. And yun nga, you have to choose one.
Just pick one. Pick a lane.
Or, if you're gonna pick multiple statements, make it make sense. Wag naman yung sobrang bloated.
Oo. Kasi, example of a horror movie na has a singular statement in mind. The classic Jordan Peele
Get Out
thriller, Get Out.
True.
That was about race. Yun lang yung kanyang kinokomentan doon. Walang problema. Now, where it gets muddy, yung mga parang sobrang daming gustong sabihin, is also another Jordan Peele movie,
Us.
Nope. Yun din, Us and Nope. So yung sumunod niya, masyado na siyang naging sobrang daming gustong sabihin. Sa Us naman, meron siyang commentary about race, meron siyang commentary about class, meron siyang commentary about yung parang yung natatypecast yung mga African Americans as yung laging burglars, yung mga hoodlum, ganun.
That's just too many.
Too many. Tapos yung sa Nope naman, may commentary siya about slacker culture, meron siyang commentary about animal cruelty, meron siyang commentary about Hollywood in general, tapos meron pa siyang short commercial for the 70mm camera of IMAX doon sa may bandang dulo na okay, ang dami na masyado, Brad. Maganda siya tignan.
Yeah.
Pero ang dami na siya masyadong nasa plate niya.
Yun lang yung kapag ka medyo nag-off-leash yung mga visionaries talagang sumusobra din. They go overboard most of the time. Na they can't pick a lane. They just need to put everything on the table. Parang napaka-disorganized, parang this is a peek inside their brain. And I mean, we're not supposed to see this.
Or at least siguro, one at a time. One at a time.
Or present it in such a way na mas magiging impactful din kasi yung isang statement kung yun lang.
Muna.
Yung may focus. Napaka-unfocused niyan. And so, I don't know, confusing.
Siguro kaya niya tinry na mag-include ng ibang mga thematic statements. Kasi ayaw niyang maging parang sabihin na, ano to, Filipino version ng Mother. Parang ganon, kung yung tungkol ng kay Beauty, yung kwento niya. Ang problema naman doon, dahil ang dami niyang gustong sabihin, kaninong kwento ba talaga to? Kasi yung first half ng sine, kwento ni Eileen, yung character ni Beauty Gonzalez.
Yes, the mother.
The mother. Ngayon, after a certain point, actually nakalimutan ko na nga kung anong point dun sa sine, bigla nag-shift siya, naging kwento siya bigla ni Clark, ni Derek Ramsey. And then it stays with Derek Ramsey for the rest of the film.
Yes.
And then when the last 10 minutes, bigla tayong merong balik focus kay Eileen, kay Beauty.
Pero parang open-ended naman.
Okay ang problema sa open-ended. Ang sa akin lang parang wala tayong naging parang preparation ba na babalik tayo kay Beauty as our point of view.
Kasi we thought na parang nakuha na siya nung Demon Kid.
Oo, akala natin na yung si Derek ang magsisave sa kanya.
Oo, at saka parang in-establish na parang na-replace na yung soul ni Beauty.
Yun yung, that's how so that's also how I read it.
Oo.
Na yung kaya siya parang sobrang stoned look siya.
Catatonic.
Catatonic siya kasi yung,
na-possess na ni
yung ritual
Zainab
was
yung
complete.
it was completed.
Pero like Nope, actually, nakakatawa kasi I just processed it now na, it is Nope.
Mm-mm.
Na
it's a Nope.
Well, there are yeses. There are yeps in this film, okay? Hindi naman siya Nope lahat.
What are those? What are the yups?
The yups are the cinematography. The visuals are one big yup for me. This is attributed to cinematographer or director of photography, Cara Moreno. Okay? Sobrang ganda nung pagkaka-shoot niya nung kwento in such a way na na-heighten yung paranoia mo as a viewer of the story. And dahil sinabi ko nga na medyo parang merong personal link ng konti yung kwento doon sa sine. Parang ang nangyayari tuloy dahil doon sa yung mga paggamit ng fisheye lens na talagang sobrang close up yung mukha ni Derek o yung close up yung mukha ng bata. Tapos
sobrang claustrophobic.
Claustrophobia. May isang sequence pa nga doon na parang naghahallucinate si Beauty. Na sobrang ganda. Kasi lahat ng mga ghosts, hindi nga ghost na patay ghosts na parang yung mga demons na binabattle niya herself.
It's very anxiety inducing.
Oo. Tapos yung paggamit ng mga Dutch angle pa na talagang alam mo yung fish eye. Tapos bigla mong isasalpak sa Dutch angle. Tapos ibabalik mo sa close up. Parang shit, wait, pahinga muna. Parang kailangan ko ng space. And yung talagang sinasakal ka nung scene visually na yung kung ano yung nararamdaman ni Derek Ramsey, nung siya na yung bida ng kwento, ramdam mo din. Ang ganda
True. Na parang the walls are closing in on him.
Yeah, true.
Yung yup ko naman about this movie was, na-appreciate ko yung kanyang slow burn, tension building.
True.
It reminds me of this Ari Aster movie, yung Hereditary, tsaka yung Midsommar.
Okay.
Na talagang it's not about jump scares. It's about building tension, unease, parang claustrophobic feeling na parang everything is not right. Especially dun sa kid. By the way, props to the kid. Sobrang ang galing niyang mag-act na parang sobrang demon child. It reminded her performance reminded me of Orphan.
Si Erin Espiritu.
Yes.
Major props to her. Kasi ano mo yung parang yung bata sa Poltergeist. Yung ganun ka gets under your skin yung acting niya. Ganun yung galing wala akong masasabi. Yung siya, yung isa sa mga high points nitong scene na to personally. Pero yun nga lang this movie could have been better if it had a more tighter focus on its message. And siguro we'll point this out. Siguro meta aspect na lang niya. Na this movie competed in the wrong film festival. Napaka understated for a film festival such as MMFF. True. Kasi
we talked in detail about that sa article which can be read on our website.
Yes. Cinegeekspod.com the written review of this movie Kampon will be up almost at the same time that this one comes out, this episode.
And also, please feel free to chime in if you have, takes on this movie.
Oo, yes.
Please share with us. Let it be a healthy discussion about cinema.
A healthy, respectful discussion of the movies that we're talking about today. You can either comment it here sa yung what did you think of the episode sa Spotify, or you can also comment it on our website. Yan,
That's
sa article
right.
mismo. Okay. So, any last thoughts about Kampon before we move forward?
My last thought would be, I'm really sorry to say this, pero I wish yung spot ng Kampon was given to Shake, Rattle, and Roll instead.
Yeah. Oo.
Yun yung glaring dito.
Omission sa MMFF.
Yes.
True.
Sayang. Kasi, Shake, Rattle, and Roll has been an MMFF fixture for many, many years. I wonder why,
weird.
Kung kailan siya nag-comeback after 9 years,
At
diba?
kung kailan siya yung best ever Shake, Rattle, and Roll niya. As in talagang Yahoo!
Tapos dun pa siya hindi sinama. So, yon.
Well, we'll never know.
Yeah.
And personally, I don't want to know kung bakit.
Pero successful naman yung Shake, Rattle, and Roll Extreme, which I'm happy about.
Yes, very much so.
You can listen to our review of Shake, Rattle, and Roll Extreme also here on Spotify.
And wherever you listen to podcasts. Yeah. Okay, so let's move forward to the next movie. I'll preface this with an editor's note before we continue. Okay. Itong next movie natin, okay, actually, ikaw lang yung nakapanood.
Yeah, yes. That's true.
Kasi I was busy with our business nung araw na yun. May meeting ako. Kaya sabi mo, ikaw na lang yung manonood. And sabi mo kasi na parang you felt na this one was closer to your heart.
To my heart. That's
so
right.
sabi ko na, sige, go ahead. No problem. You'll watch it with me. We're talking about Family of Two, starring Sharon Cuneta and Alden Richards.
Yeah.
Okay? So, I guess ito na. Maybe you can say, or you can give us siguro a brief 1-2 sentence lang what this movie is about. Okay.
So, Alden Richards is a son to Sharon Cuneta na single mom. So, it's just the two of them.
Yeah.
Alden Richards' character navigates through his work life and yung mga opportunities na dumadating sa kanya while also balancing yung kung paano niya papasahin yung nanay niya. Because yung nanay niya kasi sobrang mahal na mahal siya and parang helicopter mom. And parang sa kanya his mom built her world around him.
Are you talking about the movie na ba? Are you still talking about the movie?
Grabe. I feel so pressured right now.
We love you, Mama. Love you. Anyway.
So, ayun. Medyo close to home nga talaga siya sa akin. Yes, kasi I also had a very single mom.
What is a very single mom?
A very single mom is a mom na sobrang nakapaligid yung mundo sa
Akala ko, a very single mom is a mom to a very good girl.
so Dali.
Yeah. Anyway, sige, go. Continue.
Anyways, so yon, may relationship din si Alden. Naging love interest niya dito yung boss niya. Okay. Played by Miles Ocampo.
Who won Best Supporting Actress for her role here. Okay.
Ayun, so may parang fork in the road dun sa relationship ni Alden tsaka ni Miles na they wanted to go abroad and work there. So, yun yung naging pinakamalaking conflict dito sa movie na to na Alden can't really decide na mag-work and take that opportunity kasi iiwan niya yung mom niya dito sa Pilipinas sa mag-isa.
Okay.
So, that's just, balancing whose happiness comes first.
True. Sige, before you go over what you like, sige, let me ask you, what did you think the movie could have improved on or upon?
Siguro yung pacing.
Okay.
Kasi dun banda sa ending na, it just keeps on going on and on and on.
Okay.
Parang it didn't know where to end the story. Kasi nung naging ending na kasi was nag-abroad na si Alden, tapos nagkaroon na ng relationship si Sharon, tapos hanggang sa nag-decide siya to go back to school, which is well and good, parang self-love. Akala ko yun na yung message. Tapos, it went on and on pa na nag-graduate siya, tapos bumalik pa si Alden, tapos akala ko doon na matatapos yung reunion nila kasi graduation Tapos, siya yung valedictory address. So, parang victorious ending. Okay. So, pwede na tayo mag-end dito. Yan. Tapos, tumuloy pa. naglakad pa sila palabas ng auditorium papunta sa garden. Tapos, sabi ko, ano ba to? Paano ba ito matatapos?
Siya yung Sharon Cuneta's Return of the King. Director's cut.
Na parang,
Diyos ko, Marioso.
ang dami na niyang opportunity na doon na i-wrap up nicely yung story. Pero, extend pa siya ng extend. Parang tinatry pa talaga niyang i-please yung audience na, okay, you can choose your
choose your own adventure. Jesus Christ.
Parang ganun yung feeling Kasi ako, while watching it, alam mo yung may feeling na ako na, okay, I'm about to stand up.
Okay.
Alam mo yung kapag, alam mo nang patapos na yung movie.
Yes, alam mo yan.
Nag-express na sila ng kanilang mga emotions, grand emotions, gano'n.
At saka nararamdaman mo nang nag-end on a high note na yung scene Nag-rise na yung emotion, so may catharsis ng malapit around the corner.
Parang choose your own catharsis. Ang dami niya ng chances na, okay, this is cathartic enough. Enough catharsis for today.
When is too much catharsis?
And then, yung pinaka-final na talaga na ending. Alam mo yung kapag ka nag-ano ko sa file name? Final, ito na talaga.
Oo.
Ito, yung pinaka-final.
Okay. Ending.
Ito na yung final.
Ending
Ito na talaga ending .docx.
Okay.
Nag-decide si Alden at saka si Miles Ocampo na bumalik na ng Pilipinas. Tapos dito na sila magsistay. And they all live happily ever after. Yun lang naman yung naging issue ko. That's it. Yun lang naman yung aking mga nitpicks about this movie.
True. What about yung acting ni Alden? Ano masasabi mo dun?
Alden, wala akong masabi.
Mm-hmm.
Parang he portrayed this struggle ng isang anak na balansehin lahat to keep everybody happy. Yun lang, para ramdam ko yung pagiging people pleaser niya.
Mm-hmm.
Na ayaw niyang i-let down kahit sino to the point na yung sarili na niyang happiness yung laging nasa sacrifice. Lagi niyang hinuhuli.
Yung kay Alden?
Oo.
Okay.
Sobrang effective nung portrayal niya ng ganon. He portrayed it well. Yung office dynamics, yung konting moments of levity doon, and yung parang romantic interest niya. Rom-com icon pa rin naman siya. So, meron pa ring element ng ganon.
What about the things it did well for you?
It did well yung tender moments nung magnanay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, tsaka yung parang genuine talaga yung chemistry ni Sharon tsaka ni Alden doon. Sobrang rich nung chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
Sobrang ng connection nila. You can actually believe na magnanay sila.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I like about it, the movie.
Okay. So talagang siya. Acting showcase. As we stated on our Cinegeek review na written a few weeks back.
Yes. Yun lang.
Okay.
Wala na ako ibang masasabi about it.
Wala din ako masasabi kasi hindi ko siya manood.
Maraming dramatic moments.
Of course. It's a Sharon movie.
Exactly. So, yung dramatic showdown nila, talagang sumabay din si Alden.
Yung parang yung Oscar reel nila ba? Talagang showstopper talaga.
Oo, pero it wasn't enough to bring me to tears, I guess.
Bato ka lang talaga. De joke lang.
Pusong bato.
Pusong bato.
Grabe naman.
Ay nako. Anyway, so we're gonna get to that. Abang-abang lang kayo kung gusto nyong, kung nakikinig pa rin kayo pa. Okay, well, we're gonna get to that film later, much later on in the episode. Pero okay, so we're gonna wrap up the discussion on Family of Two.
Okay.
Actually, your monologue on Family of Two. Kasi ikaw nakapanood. Anyway, alright, so that was Family of Two. We'll move on to our next movie. Okay, so we're on movie number 5 na. This is a very popular movie this past film festival. Starring Piolo Pascual. Not just one, not just two, but 3 characters. We're talking about Mallari. This is a horror movie. A horror movie. Okay?
Horror movie, yes.
Movie. And this talks about, or siguro uses elements of the story of the first recorded Filipino serial killer na sinasabi nilang nag-predate kay Jack the Ripper.
actually, contrary to their original marketing or advertisement ng production ng Mallari, they initially said na this is based on the first serial killer of the Philippines. Pero after watching it, it wasn't really about that. Parang fictionalized version ni Mallari.
Kaya sabi ko na it uses elements eh. Yun lang yung parang...
Pero gusto ko lang i-clarify yun ha. Kasi I came in the cinema with the belief na ikukwento nila yung kwento nung first serial killer of the Philippines.
Yeah.
Yun talaga yung iniisip kong mapapanood ko. But then, nagkaroon ng disclaimer sa dulo.
Wait, we're gonna get to that. Sige, we'll get to that.
Well, I was just disappointed about that.
Yeah. Well, yun na. Sige, we're gonna be upfront about this. This movie was a disappointing mess. Sorry.
For us. I mean, a lot of people liked it. Pero ako, I just feel shortchanged.
A lot of our movie friends loved this. And this is not to invalidate their opinion. Kasi in this film community that we're part of, the Cinegeeks are just a small part of this bigger universe.
At saka we are just two individuals who also watched this.
Exactly.
I mean, we can all have different opinions about it. And that's
okay.
That also applies to all the movies that we talked about in this episode. Na we have pointed out all the good qualities of their films and read it on our website. Pero dito sa discussion na to, we really, focused on and we really discussed yung mga what we could have wanted it to improve.
And siguro using that to zero in on this movie, Mallari. Sige, let's start first with what we liked. Okay? Sige. I appreciate the commitment to technical excellence nitong scene na to. This movie had very clean sound editing and sound design. Napakalinis nung kanyang audio.
Di ba nga they used ADR?
Isa sila dun sa mga few MMFF movies na nag-ADR. And for those who don't or aren't familiar with ADR, yun po yung proseso na kapag in post-production siya ng isang sine, na pagkatapos ng i-shoot ang movie, babalik yung mga artista to re-record their dialogue in audio.
Yeah.
So, ang magiging isa sa mga final edits ng sine is matching up the re-recorded audio on top of the final cut of the movie para mas malinis pakinggan yung dialogue.
Especially dun sa mga scenes na nasa forest sila, na nasa open air sila, and their sound could be affected by the elements.
Elements, exactly. So, yon. Wala akong masabi. Sobrang linis ng audio. Also, the special effects are top-notch. For
it won.
Yon, I believe it did. I believe it won Best Special Effects this past gabi ng parangal ng 49th MMFF. Kasi naipakita niya yung gusto niyang ipakitang horror using the visual effects in a very effective manner. Wala tayong masabi dun. Okay? Also, siguro, we'll give major props din to JC Santos, who won Best Supporting Actor for Mallari.
Yeah.
Okay? I personally am not familiar with the rest of his work.
He's a theater actor.
Okay. So
same with Cedric Juan.
We'll reserve our discussion of Mr. Cedric Juan in the next part of this discussion.
Yeah.
Pero for JC Santos, he was a highlight talaga. As in, Piolo is Piolo. Wala na tayong masasabi about him. He is a legend in Philippine show business in terms of acting in his own right.
Yeah.
Pero the fact na nakasabay si JC Santos sa kanya, in some scenes, nasurpass pa niya.
Yes.
Si Piolo.
Yes.
That's not
impressive.
That's not an easy feat.
True.
Diba? Anything to add dun sa mga nabanggit kong good things about the movie?
Siguro one of the good things about it was that it was so ambitious in trying to tell a story in 3 timelines.
Yeah.
Pero yun nga that is a tricky.
Yun.
That is a tricky narrative style or narrative process.
Yeah.
Kasi 3 3 timelines yun. I mean, 'di ba? Marami dun nga sa Dunkirk nung ginawa yun ni Christopher Nolan, marami ring hindi nakasakay dun sa 3 timeline style. Pero yun nga, I applaud its ambition.
Anything else?
What else? The color grading and the commitment to production design. Kasi nga, they had 3 separate production sets, diba?
So, for that, we can, give props to yung sabi mo yung color grading. I believe we can attribute that to the director of photography, Pau Orendain. I hope I am pronouncing that right. Okay. And production design is by Mariel Hizon. So, flowers to all these individuals behind the scenes. Yes. So, we're now gonna go on to why this movie was so disappointing. Okay. You have touched upon it na this was a very ambitious narrative to tackle talaga. They introduced 3 versions of the same person, basically. So we have yung si Severino Mallari. We have John Ray. Si John Ray.
Mallari.
Yun, sorry. And si Jonathan Mallari de Dios. Yun. So, of course, si Severino is in his timeline, the 18-somethings. Tapos itong si John Ray is a documentarian in the Second World War.
Yes.
And then Jonathan,
yung present time
is the present time version.
De Dios,
my bad. Even, yung concept na lang nung sine na magkakamukha silang 3.
Yeah.
Okay? Sobrang ripe sana nun na merong supernatural boogaloo mambo-jumbo na, uy, ba't kayo magkakamukha? Sana.
Initially nga, I thought it was reincarnation.
I did too. Yes. I did too.
Na they were portrayed by the same actor. So normally yan, it was alluded to na from the same line naman sila, ancestral line. So it only makes sense na parang nag-reincarnate, 'di ba? Pero same soul. Yun yung una. Tapos pangalawa,
nagkaroon ng introduction na
time travel. May time travel element na
allow me to just breathe in and breathe out. Time travel caused by
astral projection. Well, as sci-fi fans, medyo na-confuse ako doon kasi they are very different concepts in science fiction and supernatural fiction.
Yeah.
Kapag sinabi mong time travel, it's your matter
being.
Yung mismong self mo, time and space, lilipat. So, it's the same body. Yung yung existence mo ay lilipat ng time and space.
Yes.
So, pag pupunta ka sa ibang time or lugar, mawawala ka dun sa existing, sa current mo.
Yes.
Yun yung time travel. Ngayon, yung astral projection, as we all saw sa Insidious pala.
Insidious, okay. And in any other pop culture touchstone na may ganun?
Ang astral projection is your body stays in its current place. Yung soul mo or yung consciousness mo. Consciousness mo. Yung humihiwalay dun sa physical form mo. Tapos, yun yung nagta-travel. Yun yung astral projection. Kasi nga projection, 'di ba? So, yung consciousness mo or yung mind mo or yung soul mo, depende sa i-define nung kwento, yun yung hihiwalay sa katawan mo. So, para kang ghost na floating. Yes. Tapos, saka ka lilipat ng time or ng space, pero your body stays where it is.
The mass stays in its
yung
present
solid form.
Time and space.
Yun yung astral projection. So, parang time travel by way of astral projection, that was confusing as fuck. Sorry.
Parang siyang, I will hit a home run by throwing this basketball. The fuck?
They are two completely different concepts. So, parang ako, medyo nalito na ako doon. It lost me right there. Kasi, ang dami mong rules na gustong i-establish dito sa movie.
Yes.
Ang dami mong parang inintroduce na complicated elements na kailangang intindihin nung audience mo. Hanggang sa dun sa dulo, na biglang immortal pala si John Ray. At nakalibing siya ng buhay. Parang medyo, okay, ang dami na. Ang dami ng...
So, di ba, yun, sabi mo, may naging reveal doon na yung second Piolo, yung John Ray, yung nasa World War II, immortal pala siya.
Kasi, because of the CCU.
Ano yung point nung pagta-time travel niya kung immortal pala siya? Di ba? Yun yung nakakatawa doon eh. Ano yung point nung pagta-time travel niya kung immortal pala siya? So, meron dalawang John Ray at one point in time. What
Pero
the hell?
ayun na nga eh. Parang meron ding element ng parang Shining. Kasi parang they communicate mentally yung tatlong iterations ni Mallari. Pero yung pala, they are three very different people.
They're three very different people. They're not Mallari, all of them. Isa lang yung Mallari doon. Si Severino lang yung Mallari doon. My God.
And yun pa nga, ang isa pang nag-take issue ako was, parang medyo sinasanitize niya yung character ni Mallari, the serial killer.
Oo, kasi sabi doon na, pumapatay lang daw siya ng mga bad person.
Ala Dexter.
Yun nga, merong way to go about presenting a serial killer in pop culture na vigilante. And you're right, that's Dexter. Now, Dexter does not glorify its hero. Yes, it makes it exciting to watch him, pero constant na moral battle nung show na pinapa-understand niya dun sa audience niya, kakampi mo pa rin ba to? Challenge ka niya mag-isip eh. Na parang, do you still see this as a good person? Is he still a good guy? Kasi biglang magkakaroon ng episodes na strict na puro mga bad guy yung papatayin niya.
Na deservedly.
Tapos biglang, siguro, pag laging yung season finale, nung magandang Dexter hindi yung revival, tsaka hindi yung ending. Pero yung mga magandang season ng Dexter, yung ending yung mga season finales niya,
nadadapa siya.
Oo, biglang,
minsan meron siyang nahihit na innocent.
Kailangan patayin na good guy. Na dun yung parang, okay, wala, kay Dexter pa rin ba tayo? Yung gano'n.
O kaya yung may involved na yung parang niloloko niya na si Rita, yung girlfriend niya, turned wife.
Spoilers.
And yung sister niya, si Deborah.
Rest in peace. Spoilers.
At saka yung nagpa-falsify na siya ng mga records just to protect himself.
Tsaka si Jimmy Smith.
Yung mga decisions niya for self-preservation na sobrang morally questionable.
Yes.
Can you still get behind him?
Yes. That is the conundrum of watching that. Yun yung papa-questionin niya yung morals mo.
When you follow the story of a vigilante. Pero kasi, Dexter is not a real person.
And true. He's not.
He is a fictionalized character.
He's a fictional character.
Itong Mallari, they really marketed it as the first serial killer of the Philippines. There was a real Severino Mallari. And
this is recorded.
Recorded siya. And yun na nga yung parang naging pinaka, pang-hook nila sa audiences.
True.
And yun nga, parang bigla siyang na parang can you just forgive him? Kasi he's doing this for his mother eh. Mm-hmm. Parang diba, you would understand, you would also do this for your loved one.
Yun,
Tapos
even
then,
napaka-icky.
Na-repeat pa and na-perpetuate pa siya. I mean, I think it's getting a lot of its praises from the performance of the actors. Pero we are commenting on the story, on how they told Mallari's tale. Diba?
True.
Parang naawa tuloy ako dun sa mga victims ni Mallari kasi baka isipin ng mga tao na ito talaga yung kwento ng Mallari.
Kala nila, parang si Batman to si Mallari.
Oo. Na parang out of his love for his mother, kaya niya nagawa yun. Diba?
Out of his love for his mother, kaya siya pumapatay ng mga masasamang tao. Even dati, parang say that sentence 10 times over and tell me that kung hindi babaliktad yung sikmura mo, dun sa sinabi mong sentence na yon, halang ang kaluluwa mo. Pero yung to glorify na, mapatay siya, hero siya. What are you on, bro?
Tapos yung parang pinortray siya as a reluctant killer. Na parang nagsisisi naman siya. Parang nasasanitize talaga yung tale ni the real serial killer Mallari.
True.
Yun yung medyo naging issue sa akin about this movie. That's why I really can't get behind it.
No, ako...
And yun nga, yung talagang pagbebenta niya dun sa movie na yun yung totoong kwento.
Parang get to know the story of the first serial killer recorded in the Philippines. So, parang Kasi yung sinabi mo kanina na pagdating sa dulo, biglang, fictionalized lang to, joke lang, peace,
actually, hindi
finger
talaga
heart.
to yung mga nangyari.
Hindi
Pero,
nangyari yan.
who reads that?
It was literally 1 second after the final shot. Nakakatawa nga kasi sinabi natin, nagkausap natin yung yung ating niece, si Kayla. After we saw a different movie. So, nagtatanong kasi siya about Mallari. Yun. And sinabi ko sa kanya na movies always have this line, the dulo, the disclaimer, na any similarities to any persons, past or present, living or dead, is purely coincidental. Yung ganun, laging merong pang get out of jail free card na, ay, bakit hindi naman ganyan yung kwento eh? This is a movie. Okay? This is a fictionalized content. Ang problema, yung ganong statement nila, although not verbatim, somewhat similar, nilagay nila dun sa literal na 1 second after the movie ends. So parang
dapat sa unahan siya eh. Diba?
Oo, yun. At least, mas okay yun. At least ma-establish
na kaagad sa audiences bago pa nila makita na okay.
Na hindi talaga si Mallari to.
Hindi ito talaga yung kwento niya ha.
Hindi talaga to ha.
This is a purely cinematic story na ginawa namin to be entertaining.
Yes. Pero, ang ginawa niya, after mag-crescendo nung kwento, in fairness, maganda yung ending niya, in my opinion.
I agree. Parang, okay, it finally made sense in the end na pag-weave in naman nila yung lahat ng mga complicated rules of the universe na in-establish nila sa umpisa.
Na-salvage nila kahit papano yung mess ng kwento nila dun sa dulo. Sige, fine. Tapos bigla mo kaming sasampalin nung, joke lang tong sine, hindi talaga na yung kwento ni Mallari, peace. Pero kung, own it. If you're gonna make a nonsensical movie, own it. Don't cop out.
Kumbaga, if you wanna M. Night Shyamalan it.
Oo, go full M. Night. Don't half M. Night.
Twist after twist after twist.
Oo.
Actually, ganun na nga yung nangyari.
Diba?
Para siyang How to Get Away with Murder.
By way of M. Night Shyamalan.
Oo.
Oh my God.
Ang dami niyang twist, pero hindi
sakit
naman, hindi niya nasuserve talaga yung main plot. It's twist for the sake of twist.
Oo. Tsaka, sige, ito na lang. And we wrote this on our written review. Horror movies are simple things.
Yeah.
Kailangan mo lang ng bida. Kailangan mo lang ng kung ano yung bumabagabag sa kanya. And kailangan mo ng isang evil force na kailangan harapin ng bida na either nagper-perpetuate ng suffering niya or parang kailangan niyang i-vanquish para mawala yung suffering niya. Yon. And then, yung takot, sige, kahit tadtarin mo ng jump scare every 2 seconds yung sine, kunin mo doon sa relationship nung bida at nung evil force. Yeah. Doon. Ito, and as you've alluded to earlier, time travel, na naging astral, na naging immortal, na naging question mark. Ang dami niya masyadong elements na hindi na nagme-make sense. In even just a simple movie na hindi horror, you establish the logic of its world.
Yes.
You establish the rules. You establish it to make everything make sense. Sige, we'll forgive it for calling astral projection time travel. Sure, why not? Ang problema, it breaks its own rules after establishing its own rules.
Yes. Which is why parang you feel so cheated. You feel so parang manipulated.
I feel so dumb for watching it. And
parang
going along with it.
Yeah, the visuals were great. Na-make sense naman nila, na-itry pa rin nilang i-make sense lahat ng logic nila in the end. Pero para kasing I feel na they made the ending first and then reverse engineered it up to the point na na-establish nila yung rules.
Kasi isa pa. Sabihin nila na time travel, astral, kung ang aim pala ni Piolo present.
Which one? Si Jonathan.
Si Present Piolo. Okay? Kung ang aim pala ni Present Piolo, hindi mamatay si Janela Salvador. Meron siyang pinakitang isang sequence doon na nananaginip si John na ang established rule nung sine, kapag nananaginip ka, ando doon ka na. Hindi lang yung dream. You're there. Now, why wasn't he able, yung pinakita na yung, di ba may vision si John, si Present, na yung ipapakita niya yung ulong pugot. Hindi natin alam kung sino yun. Later on, may naging isang sequence na naginip siya na napanaginipan niya, na pinapanood niya yung napanaginipan niya earlier in the movie.
Oo.
So, bakit hindi mo pinigilan yung sarili mo na ginawa mo yun at that point in time? Para hindi si Janela Salvador.
Tsaka hindi lang yun meron pa akong isa. I mean, after Janela was hurt, pwede na sana siyang nag-astral project before that point and na-stop niya na kaagad si JC Santos gawin yun.
Yun. Diba?
Parang grandfather paradox na if you have the ability to time travel, wouldn't you avoid?
Just travel back to avoid the mishap.
Oo. Avoid whatever it is you're trying to prevent.
True.
Parang i-redirect mo na. Kumbaga, yung umpisa pa lang, yung bata, kumbaga si John Ray.
Si World War II, Piolo.
Oo, nung nalaman niya na si Jonathan ang papatay sa kanya, couldn't he just time travel back and yung batang Jonathan na hawak-hawak niya
time travel papabalik na bata pa dun.
Na tinatakpan niya yung bibig? Pwede na niya sanang
pinatay niya dun.
Diba? Para hindi siya mamatay.
True.
Tapos, ma-prevent niya din na
lumabas sa God. This sounds so fucking stupid coming out of my mouth. Na para hindi lumabas yung sisiyo sa bibig niya. God.
At saka hindi lang yun, yung para ma-prevent niya yung wife niya na hold hostage nung mga Aragon?
Something, yeah.
Nakalimutan ko na. Nung parang yung family na
servants nila.
Alarcon,
yeah.
Yun. Para ma-prevent niya, 'di ba? Parang predestination alam mo 'yon, parang you can just go back in time to prevent the bad thing that's about to happen na alam mo nang mangyayari. If you have that ability.
It's funny because the movie says that they have that ability. They are time travelers. Are they not?
Diba mga manlalakbay? Sinabi niya yon na parang tayong mga men of the Mallari family, manlalakbay tayo. So, why couldn't you just lakbay back? Lakbay back.
Yeah, it's like so confusing. Why they just lakbay back?
It's so gulo talaga.
So gulo.
It's so gulo. Why can't they just lakbay back?
Kasi ito nakakatawa pa na. Sige, if you want to sanitize the guy, sige, fine. Kasi fictionalized naman to They're just taking the element, something from history to put into a movie.
Actually,
we can forgive that.
Pick the name and the
person
being a priest.
Oh, yun. It could be, pwede siya maging si Padre Jose Burgos for all we fucking care.
Nakakainis nga kasi, 'di ba, ang description sa kanya serial killer, pero ilan lang yung pinatay niya dun sa movie? Dalawa,
apat.
Mas marami pang pinatay si JC Santos.
Oo nga. Pati yung sense of humor ng pare pinatay ni JC Santos.
Sobrang na-oversell yung pagiging quote-unquote serial killer niya. Pero actually, if you've watched Criminal Minds, kapag ang alam kong definition nila is kapag 5 or more yung napatay mo, saka ka lang pwedeng i-coin na serial killer. Pero given kung ano yung napanood natin sa sine.
Hindi man lang umabot ng 5.
Oo.
My God.
Manslaughter lang yun.
Yes, attorney.
Multiple homicide.
Yes, attorney. Okay.
Pero hindi serial killer.
Attorney Cinegeek. Pwede pa natin may papabayang kaso niya.
Oh no, I don't know what I'm talking about. All I know is Criminal Minds.
Saan ka nakakuha ng law degree mo? Sa Netflix po.
Saan ka nakakuha ng medical degree mo? Sa Grey's Anatomy po.
Netflix din po. Tsaka Disney Plus po. Good Doctor.
At saka sa Amazon po, House.
Oh my God. Ay, Diyos ko. I really, really wanted to like this film. I really did.
Pero successful naman siya sa box office.
Oh my God. It's successful because it's just Piolo. My God. It makes zero sense. Anytime that you're going to try to include sci-fi elements into a movie, into a horror, ang daming sci-fi horror na malinis, na maganda ang pagkaka-execute. Nakaka-insulto sa mga mahilig talaga sa sci-fi dito sa Pilipinas. Nagagamit
supernatural.
Or supernatural elements. Even the show Supernatural, nakaka-insulto sa mga fans sa Supernatural. Itong scene na to. Kasi,
where did you get your supernatural expertise?
Sa Supernatural. Ano po ko?
Yes.
I graduated from the Winchester School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Yun lang, nakaka-disappoint. Nakaka-disappoint.
Yeah, I think you said everything I wanted to say.
Sorry.
And, wala na akong madadagdag doon. Other than, I hope to see better horror movies than this. I mean, I appreciate the ambition. I appreciate that they shot their shot. Unfortunately for the two of us, they missed. But they hit a lot of people and they earned big time sa box office, which is the most important thing when it's a business after all.
That is true.
Diba?
That is
so, whatever they did, it worked because they sold. They were able to sell it. And boy, it did. So, kudos to the marketing team. I mean, you can't please everybody. I'm sure they know that business. They're in this business.
Yeah.
Diba? And it's okay to have differing opinions.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about all the movies we talked about in this
so
episode.
So far, yes, this episode. So, I guess we'll leave Mallari at that. And the first part of our discussion. Okay? So, please do stay tuned. I believe we're gonna be uploading this the 2 episodes at the same time. Pero for the sake of brevity kasi mag-iisang oras tayo, brevity pa.
Actually, magdadalawang oras
tayo.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna cut the first 5 movies into this 1 episode muna.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you're ready, then you can go on to part 2. The next 5 movies we're gonna talk about them. Okay?
All right.
So we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Cinegeeks Podcast, where movies, TV, and all things geek collide.
Bye!
Bye-bye!